Princess Anne, a symbol of resilience and toughness in the British royal family, has always been known for her calm in the face of all storms. But one fateful night in the palace archives changed everything. When she discovered Princess Diana's hidden letters, Anne was confronted with buried pain and the truth about her sister-in-law's loneliness. Those words not only shook her heart but also sparked a debate about how the royal family treats forgotten voices. On a quiet night, when the palace was dark, Princess Anne entered the royal archives to prepare for a commemorative exhibition. With a careful and dedicated personality, she checked each historical document. But in an old mahogany table from the 92nd, she discovered a secret compartment. Inside was a stack of letters, tied with faded blue silk, each letter marked in red ink, "Private." Diana's elegant signature stunned Anne. She sat down, her heart pounding. The letters were not in any public collection. They were Diana's private, never-before-seen confessions. The first line chilled Anne. "Sometimes I feel as if I'm drowning." The words were not those of a glamorous icon, but the cry for help of a desperate woman trapped in a glass cage of royalty. As she read on, Anne felt Diana's deep pain. One letter read, "No one listens to me, not even Anne. Please tell Anne." The words were like a knife piercing her chest. Diana had called out to her, hoping she would recognize her, reach out to help. But Anne, at that time, had not heard, had not seen. She had thought Diana was just being dramatic, needing space. Now, the lines revealed a heartbreaking truth. Diana did not need space, but a sister, a support. Another letter tells of Diana's last birthday. "No one came. I waited all day. A knock on the door would have been enough." The ink smudged on the paper, as if Diana had been crying as she wrote. Anne remembered that day, a dinner at Balmoral that Diana had missed. No one asked. No one looked for her. The memory choked Anne now. She clutched the letter, her eyes watering. For the first time in her life, the iron-willed royal wept, not with grief, but with remorse. The letters were not just an account of Diana's loneliness, but also a veiled indictment of the family's silence. "They think I'm dramatic," Diana wrote, "but I'm scared too. I need help. I need you." Anne realized that Diana didn't want to destroy the system, just survive within it. And she, and the rest of the family, had done nothing to help her. After a sleepless night, Anne was different. An aide found her standing quietly in the hallway, looking into a mirror, whispering, "What have we done?" She called an emergency meeting of her senior advisors, laid the letters on the table, and demanded explanations. "Who knows about these letters? Why didn't anyone give them to me?" No one dared to answer directly. One mumbled about historical privacy, but Anne cut in. She cried out for help, and we abandoned her. She stood up, her voice sharp. "We don't hide history. We have to tell the truth." Anne demanded that the letters be included in Diana's official biography, despite objections from advisors worried about scandal. "If you don't publish them, I will," she declared, silencing the room. It was not a threat, but the promise of a sister determined to right a wrong. Anne became the center of attention. Many praised her for her courage, seeing it as the first time a royal had come forward with a painful truth. But some conservatives said she was divisive and breaking with royal tradition. There were rumors within the palace that senior members feared Anne's actions could set a dangerous precedent, encouraging further revelations of family secrets. Ignoring the criticism, Anne took action. She left London, quietly traveling to Kensington Gardens and Althorpe, Diana's ancestral home. On Remembrance Island, she left a handwritten note, her eyes red. No one knew what it said, but a security guard said she stood there, motionless, as if she were talking to Diana. Anne began meeting with the managers of Diana's old charity, proposing a new foundation focused on mental health and family support. She wanted a permanent exhibition at Kensington Palace, featuring Diana's letters and real story. "She is my sister," Anne told her aides. "And this is more important than anything else." Though some in the palace feared the exhibition might overshadow other events, Anne was adamant, "I failed once. I will not fail again." Diana's letters shook not only Anne, but the royal family as well. Advisors began discussing the establishment of a mental health office within the palace, something that had never existed before. It was rumored that Prince William had secretly supported Anne, even reading the letters. King Charles was said to be deeply reflective, but no one made an official statement. The public, through the lens of the media and social media, began to see the royal family in a new light. Anne, once a symbol of rigidity, became a figure of honesty and change. She inadvertently sparked a national debate about how the royal family treated its members and whether they could evolve to become more humane. One spring morning, Anne stood alone beside the statue of Diana at Kensington Palace and whispered, "I see you now." It was not just a word to Diana, but a promise to the world. The letters broke a decades-long silence, and Anne, through her actions, ensured that Diana's voice would never be forgotten again.